What's it say? Oh, they did it in black. I wanted it in white.
Little Miss Eastern Shore Farmer. You can't even see it.
I don't know why they did that in black. It was supposed to be white. What's yours say? Little Mystery Eastern Shore. Turn around. Oh. Let me see here. Let me get closer. I don't know why they did it in black.
You can't even see it if you're not close.
Yeah, here, hold it up. Little bit. See, I did it in white so you could see it. All right, this is first day of school wearing next year, right?
Yeah.
All right, I don't know if you can see or not. The sun's coming up. I'm over here disking these bottoms up. Cross tails so we can plant soybeans. That's where all the... We had corn here last year. We put rye in. I sprayed and killed all the rye, but cutting corn, the combine rutted up these bottoms pretty good. When I was spraying, it was just rough, and I knew it was going to be way too rough to try to plant. It beat the tractor and the planter to death. So I'm just disking up the bottoms here, getting the ruts out. I'm not going to do the whole thing. We'll probably run the turbo till over here. This rye, spray Liberty and Roundup on it, and it's killing it pretty good. So soon it'll fall down, and we'll probably run the turbo till over at one pass and hit it a planter, and just kind of work the top of the ground up a little bit for the beans to go in. So I'm just coming over here this morning, hitting all the wet spots, or the spots that were wet that had ruts in them. The other two farms are worse. This farm right here wasn't that bad, but the other two farms had beans on them, and it was really bad. I mean, I rutted up just about the whole damn farm on them, or one whole farm, and then the other one's got several spots, but we didn't think the turbo till would quite get it all out, so that's why we're working it up with the just the deep ruts. That way when the turbo till gets here, it won't be so, you won't have to go over them so many times. It's more or less the bottoms down here before you get to these woods. I'll show you the one I just did. I would have videoed coming across town, but even though I came across early, it's still people. I mean, in this disc, even though it's folded up, it's still wide when she's in transport, so it sticks out from the tractor. So I was trying to be a little cautious. Nobody wants to give you any room or space anymore, it seems like. So as you can see though, down there in these bottoms, the rye didn't really, it did in that one a little bit, but this one right here and that one over there, I worked that one up. The rye didn't really catch, but down here it did in the spots. It's the way this farm's always been. These bottoms, it's just clay ground, just how it works out. So we're gonna get them straight now, because I am not planting in this shit. A335R is pulling this. She's a 34.5 foot disc. She's toting her like she ain't there. So that's pretty good. I'll probably work this whole bottom up here. Run over it twice. Once just tear it up, and the second time to kind of smooth her out. You can see that's where I got the sun layer, but that's where I worked it up. Windows are dirty. Got that bottom wall nice and level. Made a big difference. So, see the ruts right there? And then you got some spots down here. So we'll get all this taken care of take me half a day to do all the farms, and I'll roll back and do a couple spots over there where they're spreading manure, and then hook the planter up. All right, so I'm back to turbo tilling. Like I said, we got about 30 acres of corn left. Might not even be that much, but that's what we got left. And my dad and my brother are spreading on both brothers. The spreaders are cleaning out chicken houses across from us, Mr. Kurt's houses. So they've been spreading, but he drives a bus too, so they were spreading a little bit today, and then I think he does kindergarten in the middle of the day, so they left from 11 to 1. And so I'm kind of jumping around because I got one spreader doing this little field, one spreader doing this other field. So we're all right, it's all connected. It's just a bunch of little fields. It's the worst thing for a big planter. You got to fold up, do some rows, fold up, do some rows, fold up, do some rows. And so I've been jumping over there, catching up with that tractor, jumping over here, catching up with this tractor. And they finally got a couple fields done. So I doubt they'll get done cleaning the houses out tonight. They'll probably get done tomorrow, but I'll at least have 3 or 4 fields I'll be able to get planted tonight, get them done. And then tomorrow we'll just, finish up. And then I will be done with corn 2021. We're planting 118 day. I've never tried that long of a season. 115 day this year is the most I've ever tried. But previous to that was 114 day. But I'm going to try some long seasons. These fields right here tend to stay not wet, but like damp all year. I don't know what it is. It's just, they're good fields for putting a high population corn in. So I'm going to plant it high. Talked to the seed rep, and he said this would be good to try this with the long season. So that's what I'm doing. And it's just a bunch of little like 10-acre fields, 5-acre fields, 2-acre fields. So it's going to be perfect just to, they're like little test plots is what I'm going to work them as, really. And, I might do different populations. I might run one down, one pass, change it in the computer, run a different one down, and then when I'm cutting, see which, I might do 5 different passes with 5 different populations and see what population actually works out to be the best population, for this type of ground. So that's what I'm planning on doing anyway. So, I'm tired. I woke up early and took the disc cross down and disted all that ground up. I'm getting old too. I'll be 44 this year, so I'll be an old man. But that's the plan. Hopefully I can I'll definitely be done corn tomorrow. And then it takes about 30 minutes to switch the planter over. If I'm rushing, if I'm rushing, I can probably do it a little bit quicker, but I'm not going to rush because my brother, he's going to turbo everything in front of me with beans, so I was going to go in there no-till, but man, this turbo till, it does, with the baskets and the fingers and the, you keep it on constant weak pressure. I mean, you want to talk about leveling land, it just makes land so level. I mean, it's just ridiculous how level the land gets. So that's what we're going to do. He's just going to run it ahead of me on my bean ground and get that stuff done. And then I'm going to plant right behind it. Plus, I tell you, when you don't realize you got a rough field, or before with the old style planters, you never really paid attention to it because you didn't know really. You just assumed a big mud hole. Let's see if she'll go through there. Come on, girl. Oh, she got through there. This thing's a beast. It's not anymore. But anyway, you didn't know, but man, you get ground at you want to do no-till, or you get distant ground that's not really perfectly distant, and now with these new monitors and these new planters like we got, man, you can really look and see how it messes your population up. And then you take this turbo till and turbo to ground even just one time. You don't even have to do it twice, just one time. And then you plant. I mean, it keeps your bar, and I can go to each individual row on mine if I want to look at it. And man, it keeps the population so consistent running behind this thing. And, because the rows ain't bouncing around, And, you didn't really know that until you thought if you were planting 30,000 population, you thought you were putting 30,000 in the ground. And until we got this new planter and a new monitor and technology, man, you've really seen how bad you were doing before. And I know a lot of people, oh, hey, that's stupid, whatever. I've heard it all on YouTube and everything else. It pays for itself, the technology. I know it costs money up front, it all does. But it pays you back. Trust me, it does. It took my dad a while to see that, and I think he's stuck on it now. Because it pays you back. And I think the government's going to make you go to it eventually. Especially if Biden's dumbass stays in there for however much longer it is. He's already ruined the country. It can't get no worse, really. I guess it can. I just saw today where they say white supremacy is the #1 threat to America. But yeah, you got China, Russia, I know it was our government that did it, just hacked the pipeline. Coronavirus, China, all this shit. But yet white people, and it ain't white supremacy, it's Trump supporters, is what they're saying. That Garland guy, they want to get you. They're going to get, if you're white in this world now, and I hate getting on politics, but it pisses you off. If you're a white man in America, or a white woman, your life is doomed in this country now. You just doomed. You better fight back, because they're going to come try to hurt you any way they can, just because of they always talk about race with black people or Hispanics, but yet they can be racist towards white people. We don't have, if you're white, we're allowed to talk about you and kill you and everything else anymore. It's like, good Lord, like, really? Damn, I'm out here just playing corn, minding my business. Like, yeah, I'm a terrorist. They act like the color of my skin, and I vote for Trump. I vote for this country is what I vote for. I vote for the best man for the job. And that dumbass that's in there right now is not the best man for the job. Everybody knows he didn't win that election, but it is what it is. Americans are pussies now. What are we going to do? We can't do nothing about it. We just take it all the time. So it is what it is. But anyway, running this thing in front of the meeting ground, I'm going to do that. So I'm going to try to get as much done. I'll definitely be done corn tomorrow. You'll see it. I'll be done corn and everything will be good to go with that. And our corn looks really good on the last video. I showed you some of it. I didn't really show you all of it. Of course, I was just riding around. I didn't go look everywhere. But we're gonna fold her up and move to another field. That's what the fields are like, just little 5-10 acre fields. Got this one. I did this one right here, and then I got over there in the red barn, all that little fields. They're good growing fields. That's where my son shot his first buck at, right there in this field right here. Huge buck, gigantic 8-pointer. Out of that box stand. I don't know if you can see it or not. So that made him happy. But anyway, all right, I can get off here. Pop's got the old 4230 hooked up, spreading. I'm sitting here waiting for this field to be done so I can turbo it. That tongue ain't far off the ground. Normally we hook that up to the 8335R, but she's hooked it back up to the planter now. He's working. Get her, Pop. Alright, so we're gonna try some Dyna-Gro 118 day. And I'll show you what we do here. Dyna-Gro. Get her zoomed in. Now we gotta hit the variety. I've never planted Dyna-Gro corn. Let's see here. Variety is A103. A103 4216. 4216. And accept. Lot number. Let's see here. Lot is A9A. A537. Alright. See if they got any other colors. I guess I'll just go with yellow. Accept. Now I'm going to sign my rows. I want that. All of them. So when I go on my mapping, it shows me, you know, what I planted. Because I can pull up on my JohnDeere.com and hold on. I can pull on my John Deere and look at varieties, and it'll show me in the field all the different colors that I planted, where everything's at. And like if I did half of a field with one and then I switched it and set it, then it'll show me the other half. That way when I'm going to combine, I know what I had. And I don't like that. I'm gonna put my GPS on that thing. So you go this, hit that. I want green star. Then I want to choose right there. Accept. Now I can set my AB lines. Change my farm to Red Barn. Change my field to 40. That's the field number for that. My documentation's good. Everything's good. That's the air pressure I want. Everything's good. Alright, that's how you do it. But another thing, here's how you change your population. Let's see right up here. That's what Josh wants me to plant this at. So, but you know, I got them pre-done. So as I go, I can just hit any one that I want on the fly as I'm planting and change it right on the computer. I really like that. Let me change this one. Where's it at? Let's see, rates. Display, there. You can show rates. Alright, here we go. That's how you change them if you want. I want to change rate 3. And that's how you do it. She's good to go. Alright, here's that farm. Took the excavator and dug all around and everything and got it all cleaned up. Corn's coming up pretty over here. Real pretty. That sun glare is horrible. I don't know if you can see it or not, but it's coming up pretty. Real pretty, actually. This was the last corn that I planted before I, you know, I'm doing what I'm doing now. Looking good. So it's up. Looking good. I don't know how much you can actually see here. It looks good. Considering we never farmed it before. I know my buddy used to farm it, and he grew pretty corn here one year. remember coming by. It looked pretty good, so. I don't know. So it opens up. Look at that. That's that SWAT control right there for you. I like that shit. I'll show you. Look at that. That is pretty. God, I love that.
Because shots are being fired.
Right. And he's got
In
a
light
holster.
of what's
And he's got a
happening in
holster on. Got it.
Your Honor,
Sir, I'm
in
gonna
light of what's happening in this country, with unarmed black men being killed by police,
Don't hand
him
me
running,
that. Don't
him
hand me
running
that.
from
Wait,
shots being
don't
fired
even go
is a
down that
very
road.
reasonable
I'm not going to let you
response.
go down that road. That is so off base. We've got a young man. I don't care what color he is. He's in a neighborhood he doesn't live in at 1:41 in the morning, hiding on under somebody's dock in the water with a holster on after a police officer had a shot taken at him. Don't hand me this. He's a black man running from police brutality. Look, that is not appropriate in this case. That's not there. I'm not going to let you poison this case with bringing in something that has nothing to do with it. Your bond's $100,000 on count 3 and $100,000 on count 4.